Welcome to our third track, our third episode of the Rootz of Chicago Podcast. My name is DJ Cisco, and I am your host, and I invite you and welcome you to join us as we navigate the unwritten history of Chicago house music through DJs and producers and artists. On today's podcast, we have our co-host and panelist, board member, Pedro de Jesus. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you.
We have another board member, and this guy we can't get rid of. He keeps coming every week. Tyree Cooper.
What can I say?
The producer. You gotta say the whole name.
Awesome,
man.
super duper trip.
We,
oh my God.
We gotta say the whole name. Every time we gotta say the whole name. And we gotta sing it too. Not just say, we have to sing it. And super excited today. We have a very special guest, singer, artist, staple in Chicago house music. Let's welcome Dajae.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Dajae, welcome. Man, I've been a DJ for a long time, across 3 decades, almost 4. And you are a mainstay, a pinnacle in Chicago house music. So I want to start off by saying thank you for your contributions. And I like to rip off the Band-Aid and get started. Brighter Days. I know you for Brighter Days. Most people around the world know you for Brighter Days. Tell me, what does that song mean to you?
Brighter Days mean so much to me because I was at the lowest of lows about to quit singing. Cashmere appeared out of nowhere and said, "Can you sing this song?" I sure can. Come on, let's give it a try. And that's why I have so much heartfelt because of that.
So Cashmere, Green Velvet, Curtis, he's got a million names. But when that song came out, definitely Cashmere, I remember seeing you, I think I was in 7th or 8th grade, at Medusa's, when Medusa's was at the Congress, and that song just came out. And I told you this story a couple times that I met you. You probably don't remember, but they were throwing out records, double packs. And I never win anything in my life, but little 12, 13-year-old boy me caught that double pack.
Oh, wow.
And it had the Underground Goodies remix on there. It had the full version of Brighter Days. And I think I wore that record to static.
Only one you didn't have. The light is red and you must stop. Lift me up when I'm down. That's the original period.
Man.
The original.
So I remember introducing you at the St. Procopius House Festival last year, and I showed you a clip right before we started. And on stage, you said this song took me around the world. What did you mean by that?
It took me literally around the world. I've been to Japan, Russia, Italy, Austria. It's only 2 places I wanted to go that I have not been, and that's Australia and Africa. Those are the only 2. Everywhere else I've been.
So did you write the lyrics to Brighter Days, or did Cashmere write the lyrics?
Actually, Dana Stovall went and Curtis Jones wrote Brighter Days, but it was for Dana, but Dana didn't want to sing it. So what happened, how I met Hula and Fingers, I sang at the Regal Show Talent, and we won, and that's when I met one of the originators of the House Festival, Chosen Few, Wayne Williams, and he introduced me to them, and I did a lot of background for Jive Records. And out of the blue, he just said, "You want to sing house?" I'm like, I wasn't a house head.
So you spent like more than a decade sort of singing like soul music, and then your father was this doo-wop singer,
right?
So how did that influence you as an artist? How did you ever imagine you would be a dance artist?
No, not a dancer. I was like Whitney Houston wrapped up with Janet Jackson. I could dance and sing, so I wanted to be that, but it never happened. So and my mom and dad believed in me. They knew I could really sing. My dad, he was a little funny acting. He was like, "No, baby." He knew the Isaac Hayes, he knew the Spaniards, the Dells. One of the ones that really outstands everybody is Harvey Fuqua. Harvey Fuqua is the one who produced Sylvester, his first album. So a lot of people don't know that. But he was, what's the name of the group he was with? The Moonglows. Harvey Fuqua and the Moonglows. Wow. Harvey really wanted him to sing all the lead. That's how good my father was. But my dad told him no. He said, no, you sing it, you're going to have to perform them. And ever since then, they were good friends.
So you mentioned that right before Brighter Days, you were ready to walk away from music entirely.
Yeah.
So what made you stay in, and what was it like when that record really hit?
Wow. I was always performing anyway. I had a band, we were pretty good. If anybody know anything about Marzette Griffith, he is one of the world-renowned steppers as far as songs. We used to be in a band together. And what happened, all of a sudden, out of the blue, it was like, okay, this isn't going to happen. So I just said, forget it. Just let's make it happen.
So when we think about this era, 90s, right? Because Brighter Days came out 92,
93. Yeah.
92, 93.
Yeah.
Robin S., CeCe Peniston, Crystal Waters, Dajae. But it wasn't just Brighter Days. It was Is It All Over My Face?
That's my favorite.
It was You Got Me Up.
Also my favorite.
Is It All Over My Face? I love the instrumental with just a sample, but I also love the full vocal version where you're singing. Who wrote that?
Myself and Hula Mahone.
Oh, that was my question. Who wrote that's one of the...
Because I'm getting goosebumps again. When I first met you, boy, I love that's...
Through the good and the bad, happy inside.
It was that along with the Underground Goodies, ooh, oh, like, come on, my 3-year-old knows that song, right? That's staple of house music. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that to split up? And
that was nobody but the genius, mad scientist, Cashmere, aka Green Velvet. That was his man. I remember when he came over to my house with the song, and I was babysitting my nephews, and there were 3. And one was about 1, maybe one. And we went in the basement. I got big SP3 speakers, 15-inch, a built-in SP3 7-inch board. He said, okay, let's play this. Put it on. Them little heads was doing this. I said, uh-oh. Then he said, can you sing this? Can I sing that? You sure can. No problem. Learned it. The rest is history.
So what do you think are some of the elements of those tracks that make them timeless? Because those tracks, 30 years, almost close to 40 years, 30 years, in the making are still being played.
What? I'm honored and I feel blessed more than anything that being accepted as an artist of house music. Because, back in the day, I was a really heavyset woman, and nobody wanted us heavyset women singing and doing. But the difference with me, I could sing and I could dance. That's why I said I was Whitney Houston wrapped up with Janet Jackson. So it was interesting to see me perform live. It's like, wow, she's doing it. So that's how I ended up going state to state, country to country because of that. So I'm blessed because of that.
What was your favorite place to perform?
Wow. I never really thought of that. You know what? I take that back. My first performance. Oh, wow. It was the Basement Boys, 10 City, and somebody else was there. Oh, I can't say that. I'm sorry, my sister, Ultra Nate. They were all in the room together. I was like, I was shaking in my boots. But normally when I have nervous energy, it turns out to be spectacular. And went on that stage, Paradox, tore it up. And believe it or not, that was like my first performance. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow, this is amazing. It was crowded. It was like, yeah. So that was cool.
I'm not a singer, but definitely a DJ that makes, my fair share of places. But isn't it weird that when somebody goes on before you and they do an amazing job,
they kind of kill it. Yeah.
they kill it, but then it takes you, it forces you to take it up a notch.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you go to a place where like, man, you were jamming. Like, were you angry? Were you upset? I'm like, nah, you just feeling it.
It's energy.
You just feeling it. All right. Well, before we continue, I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsors. I'd like to thank the Lincoln Park Room is fast becoming one of the finest one-stop shops for marketing, advertising, and audio-video production. The agency also hosts a monthly Oz Park Fest named for the nearby City Park. Step into Chicago's most inspiring creative space. A listening lounge meets art house built for makers, storytellers, designers, musicians, filmmakers, and innovators. And I'd like to give another shout out to our another sponsor, Output Lounge. They bring you great vibes and even better food. Under the leadership of owner Eddie Gutierrez and executive chef Fidel Garcia, Output Lounge has been awarded the privilege of being the best wings in Chicago to our customers for over 13 years. We'd also invite you to please click that QR code on the bottom of your screen. Please provide some donations. Pete, tell us why they should donate.
Well, Rootz of Chicago is a non-profit. We're dedicated to transforming the lives of youth through music, through mentorship, through cultural heritage. We're connecting young people to the legacy of Chicago house music and people like Dajae, the people who built Chicago house music, like Tyree. And we're launching programs to serve youth through hands-on education and DJing and music production, being led by working professionals, by Chicago music legends, and your donations to Rootz makes all that happen.
So please like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Even though you might not like Tyree, you might like the rest of us. So please hit
Follow
like
us
and
Everyone
subscribe.
likes Tyree. Come on.
Follow us anyway. Just don't follow me. Follow us. I mean, you can follow me, but don't follow me. But follow me. But follow us.
Please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Rootz of Chicago, and on Facebook. Dajae, you've been around for a little bit. How would you compare some places, the way you perform now, compared to the 90s when you first came out? What would you compare?
You used to dance back in the day. Now they just stand and look at you and hold
That
the
is
phone
true.
up.
Yeah,
That's
It's
true.
like, come
That's
on,
true.
enjoy the music. That's what it's for. Enjoy the music. Don't stand there and just look at me and be like, oh, yes, that's my song. You don't get that anymore. So it kind of make you like, am I doing a good job or am I not doing a good job? So that's how I feel when it comes to that.
And I think that's a generational difference, right? Because we have these younger cats, like we said before, they don't drink, they don't go out too much. They're just standing on the wall, looking on their social media, and they're not soaking in the feeling. And I think when house started, it's a feeling, right? We're all feeling it. And they're almost taking away that feeling by not being there in the moment. So how do you think people, like, what do you think is a challenge for artists now? Like if they were
to
coming
me,
up.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the music to me is a lot of watered down stuff nowadays. I'm just keeping it real. That's how I feel because I'm from the old school, so I know what
Right.
real music sounds like. Like I said, if I had to pick between digital and vinyl all day long. But
where
I
I'm
like
at.
them crackles and them skips and stuff. That's real music there, A lot of people scared to do vinyl music live now. They're scared because digital just push a button. Push a
Right.
button, cue.
Right.
Push a
Right.
button.
Don't say
That's
sing.
it.
Don't say sing.
But a lot of DJs probably don't have the musical depth that even like when we were coming up.
Wow.
Like when we was coming up, we had
Frankie.
Ron Hardy. So
Yeah.
we had mentors. So we kind of thought we passed it down to like DJs like Cisco. But from Cisco on down, as they just seem like they lose integrity. So like when you're out, how many vocal songs do you hear? Being a singer and you out, how many vocal songs do you actually hear from DJs?
Wow, that's a good question. Actually, it's more of a sample, get me, you get me, come on and get me. That's not singing. That's just a sample. Come on, I want to hear some vocals. Every now and then there is some people with vocals, but then they always want to hear the sample instead of the vocal itself,
And that reminds me of like Aretha Franklin, right? Aretha Franklin, vocalist.
Wow.
Dajae, vocalist. To me, kind of going back to the earlier question, like what are some of the elements that make some of the tracks timeless? And it's got to be the vocals, right?
Right. Surely has to be the vocal.
Vocals. Every now and then you get one that slipped through it is really good instrumentally or something like that, but the majority, it's gotta be something where you're like, wow.
Every now and then you
headbanger.
get a
You're
finger.
like,
So Dajae, you know, house music, especially in the mid '80s and mid '90s, it was primarily a male DJ led environment, right? And now you're a woman who's really making a space for herself inside of that industry. Like, can you talk about what that was like?
It was hard, because it was like Nobody knew, or still to this day know what I look like. You know, I could walk up on you, I'm such and such. They be looking at me like, yeah, for real, are you? Until I get on stage and open my mouth, and then they go, oh my God, come on now, come on, give us leeway. Let the vocalist shine as well. You know, come on, let us shine. That's what I loved about Kashmir. He let me shine. He didn't hold back and say, you know what, no, we're not going to put you on stage. Or no, he believed in me. When he saw me perform, he knew, you know what, I need to take on the road me because he couldn't percolate by himself. Percolate by himself. No, I'm just, my brother could have did the bicep, but he knew that I was something special. He knew it. And
you don't perform a lot.
Not like I used to, no.
You're very selective about the places and the performances you take on.
No, I'm cool with that. You know, right now, I'm just not flying. I'm not trying to fly or anything. Way before that, before what we're going through now, I wasn't flying because of my mother. I'm not leaving my mother out. True story. On my way to Italy, and my mother fell, and she was kind of like paralyzed, and she got to the phone, and she said, baby, I came over. She was slurring all the above. I was on the bus on my way to international terminal, and I turned around, and I said, David, call them and tell them I am not coming. I went all the way back home. I said, after that, I said, nope, I'm not flying anywhere. Not trying to, and that was when COVID kicked in. COVID, I would have been stuck over there in Italy if it was not for my mom having that episode. So I said, not flying. You know, I did fly some stuff before then, you know, as far as, but it was here in the States. But now I'm not flying at all. I haven't been flying for 2 years now, 2 or 3 years. I'm not going anywhere. If it's drivable, yes. If it's drivable. Or if it's in the city of Chicago, yes. But other than, no.
So there's so many producers and DJs that have either remixed or sampled, like you said, some of your vocals. Obviously, Kashmir, Junior Sanchez, Riva Starr, Harry Chuchu Romero. You know, there's so many producers, so many versions. Is there one particular version or edit or producer that is like, man, he did it right? Or is the original like no one can mess with the original?
No one can mess with the original. And a lot of people love the digital because I can just USB it and they copy it. And then next thing you know that, you hear it. I'm like, because a lot of people couldn't copy it back in the day. They couldn't just do it, you know. I don't know what it was with this brother, but he's just good with what he was doing back then, you know. But honestly, the original version of Brighter Days, the Southside version of Lift Me Up, that and Ooh, those three are my favorite of all times.
Where'd that come from then? Ooh, oh,
that's the sample from the Lift Me Up.
Yeah, but where'd that come from? Like, yes, but how did you get that?
Actually, when I'm on my way to the studio, I never listen to house or anything. I listen to regular music. And I heard an old, what is his name? Sitting on the dock.
Oh, Otis Redding.
Otis Redding, yeah. Yes. I heard that. What's the name of that song? Well, anyway, it made me think of, I need a brighter day. That's where that came from, because he would do stuff like that. And that's where all that, I'm like, okay, I could do it my own way. They sampled that too. That's another sample song.
Felipe Wynn.
Yeah. Felipe Wynn's
from the
Finger Spinners, yeah.
So you sang doo-wop, you sang house music. Where did you know that you were going to be a singer? Like, when did you know you were talented?
Actually, 2 experiences. No, 3. 6th grade, one of my friends came around the block and was like, all of us on that block could sing. I don't know how come. But I started singing Reasons. And then the next day in school, she just like, Karen can sing. I don't tell people what I can do. They wanted me to sing. So I sang, and I sang Reasons. And they was looking at me like, dang, she can sing. Okay, high school. I was singing, the teacher started me off as a soprano. Then she started me as a second soprano, and then an alto. And I was like, okay. She said, you're a concerto. You can sing high and low. I said, oh, okay. But the one that got all was Elgin High School, The Janitor. I sang Home by Stephanie Mills. And he came from out of nowhere, and it looked like he had stars in his eyes. You know how you, like a illumination was over. He said, oh, my God, you sounded so good. And I just knew that I wanted to be a singer. I really did. I wanted to be a singer.
Since you was So didn't you get an award back in the day for one of your songs that was a Billboard Award, an ASCAP Award?
Day by Day.
Day by Day.
Day by Day.
What was that feeling like? What was that experience like?
Well, it was interesting because, like I said, me being a heavy girl, they just was like, and this one said, "Oh, she's cute." I'm like, I said, sarcasm. There's sarcasm right there on me because I'm walking up on stage to get the award. But I was cool with it. But I'm just grateful. I was really grateful.
What was the song about? Because I mean, that's one of my favorite. I told you before, you got a few favorites that you've done. And
wow, it's just a regular song about life in general. Another day full of problems, things to work through. I got to keep going pushing day by day, no matter what.
Wow. Okay.
Day by day, day by day.
And there's so many classic house songs that are uplifting, right? They're positive. It's not just, work that, pump it.
Right. That's what Day by Day was. That's why I went, oh man, this is about to go. The house about to go into a whole nother, stratosphere. Because this is it's a radio song. In all honesty, with the house beat to it. Because she's going through the emotions of day by day, day by day by day.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautifully written song. Did you write that?
Yeah, me and Cash wrote that.
Nice. Okay, and what last one? Who wrote Fakes and Phonies?
Actually, me and Cash, Fakes and Phonies. Cash and I wrote a lot of stuff together. A lot of stuff, He would come over to the house because, when we having the, like a little studio set up downstairs because my dad and my mom believed in me and they bought it. But in the end, my dad ended up using it more than I did.
Oh, wow.
But he believed in what we were doing. Sarah Lee, we would look through albums and then we come up with stuff, because I had a lot of albums, a lot of old school albums.
So that was a really strong creative partnership for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Now, if you could re-record any of the songs that you released,
wow, that's a good question.
would you change any of them?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm thinking about, because I only had one album, and that one album had everything on it.
Yes.
As far as like the Fakes and Phonies, the Day by Day.
Say You Will.
Yeah, well, no, Say You Will wasn't on that.
That wasn't on that?
No. That's another story. That's when me and Cash, we went our separate ways because I let someone talk me into believing that he was cheating me, but all along he was never cheating me. I'll say that again because in the end, what happened, a lot of people thought he was cheating them, but he was not. He's the most honest man you would ever want to know. If you get in his good graces, you're the bomb, okay? But he came back because he realized, he said, Dad, you're struggling out here, and he wrote Say You Will. He wrote Say You Will. Say You Will. He wrote Say You Will.
So on that point, so there may be, younger people that are listening to this podcast and they're maybe starting out in music, maybe there's an artist, maybe in production, what would you tell them about navigating the business side?
Follow your gut, because there's a lot of cutthroats out here that will just take your music or take your vocals and do whatever and not give you a cent. Will take your writers right, will take your publishing in a hobby. You got to trust your gut when it comes to people. Trust me. You got to. No matter what, you got to trust your gut.
So,
unless you're rich and you got a lawyer, somebody that can walk you through things, because that's another story. Another lawyer kind of got hold of some stuff between Cash and I, and it was two songs that was awesome. One of them, oh my goodness, I sounded like Grace Jones on that song. Can't say the name, but in the end, we signed a deal and we couldn't do anything for a long time from like 1988, and then when the contract was over, that's when Cashman came back into my life in 92.
Okay.
So I knew him since 88. And my number, I have a landline. The landline number never changed. If it changed, something wrong.
Maybe you can, put in a good word for Rootz of Chicago. Maybe we can get Cashmere on the show, with his hat.
And the hair.
And the hat
and the hair. And the hair, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's the hat, so you don't know what color it is underneath. Is there an artist, dead or alive, that you would have loved to collaborate with?
And I got a chance to meet her too, Lolita Holloway. I got a chance to meet
Mama.
Yeah, I met her. We did a show together. She was like that lady could yodel. Okay. With my top five, I'm gonna tell you as far as house music. My top five are Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, Tina Marie, Natalie Cole. A lot of people are like, Natalie Cole and Gladys Knight. Those 5. And a lot of people, don't get me wrong, Whitney's in the top 10. Whitney, she's in there. Stephanie Mills, top 10. But those 5, they got different ranges here and there. And I just love the way the tone. The tone is the thing. You know, a lot of people don't realize tone is the whole key to a song.
Were you ever compared to any one of those singers as you were coming up?
Nope, because I sounded just like them. I could sound just like them to the bone. You know, that's why the group that I was with, Special Touch, back in the day, and then I made my own group, which is Too Smooth, and then after that, Dajae.
Yeah, I told you my experience with you before I met you was with it was a studio on Lake Street. I forgot the guy's name. Byron. That's it.
I forgot Byron's last name.
Yeah,
but
Byron.
I was in the group with him,
and he had your picture on the wall. I'm like, why does she look for me? Oh yeah, you know she does house music. You know she does house. So that was his way of enticing me to record in the studio. I wound up doing it, and I tried to sell a song to not sell it, but license it to Cashmere because it was on the lines of. Is it all over my face? Mm-hmm. It was on that same kind of lines. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, okay, I gotta meet her. And so when I met you, I was like, oh, okay, cooler than a fan, cooler than an air conditioner.
Thank you. So you got to catch me on a bad day. That's all. It was only 2 people that I ever been rude to, and those 2 people I trust with my life. And he was supposed to be here. Ramon, it's his birthday today, and David Sabat. Those 2 right there.
Okay.
Love those brothers. Yeah.
So those are the only 2 people you've been rude to?
As far as me being mean-spirited since music, yep, those are the only 2.
And we don't know each other. I'm no one. I met you at the Concord Music Hall. You were performing with Kashmir, and I told you my story about the records, and you leaned over and you took a picture with me. I appreciated that. A couple years later, I saw you at Kanye West Sunday service. You took a picture with me. I appreciated that. I met you again at St. Procopius last year. We talked a little bit. I appreciate that. So is there anything that you would, in terms of advice, that you would give to someone, again, starting out, a female artist?
Humble thyself. Meet and greet people. Don't be rude and act like you all that and you ain't nothing yet. Be humble. Humble yourself.
And that's a common theme that we're hearing from all of our guests is being humble. And we know that Tyree has a hard time doing that because he's the awesome.
Well, you know, super duper trooper. You know, I'm from Inglewood.
Me too. I'm from Inglewood too. You don't want to see the tough side of Inglewood. Nah.
Now, we talked about crowds and we talked about the phones, but what's like the wildest crowd reaction that you've ever seen in a performance?
Oh, wow. At the Tunnel.
Or New York.
Tunnel, New York. It was so hot. I could barely breathe. And somebody was throwing stuff at me. I was throwing another damn thing at me. That's what got mad. He was throwing money at me.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I was just that mean to that guy.
I thought it was going to be
But it was so overwhelming. That and Body and Soul, that was another one. Oh, wow. What's in the register? He didn't like for people to come in the booth.
Jimmy Regisford.
Yeah, he didn't like people coming in the booth at all. He looked at you like, but I went in there. He said, who's that? Oh, that's Dajae. Oh, she could be in there. I said, oh, wow. That's when I met Rochelle Flemings, too.
Ooh, another one of my favorites.
So I was like, well, I was amazed because I'm just as green. I don't know nothing. But that was another amazing party. Just standing there, condensations coming down, sweat everywhere. You could tell people had backpacks to change clothes because you just wet coming up out of there. You're wet, literally. Another amazing performance. I forgot about that. I'm glad you brought that up. So I'm like, okay. That's another, those 2. I remember that besides Paradox. Paradox was my first one, though, but that was the one that was like, wow.
Did you ever meet Jocelyn? Did you ever get a chance to meet Jocelyn Brown?
No. Actually, it's funny because I did a song called Fun back in the day. Actually, I wrote that. And I was supposed to sing it with, I see his face, but I can't call his name. He committed suicide. I can't think of his name. But anyway, I wrote the song and he got mad and he let Jocelyn Brown sing it. And he sent out all the originals to certain DJs, Frank, everybody was like, we're not giving this back to you. I ain't giving you that. What's nothing, but he was a different, interesting guy. I can't call, if it come to me, I'll tell you who it is, but I can't tell you who it is right now because I have drawn a blank. Senior moment.
Are you still interested in creating new music, collaborating, new projects? Are you still performing? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I suppose it's not a matter of fact. Matter of factly, not supposed. I am going to do an album with Curtis Jones.
Okay.
See, Curtis Jones is the only person I know that has always given out advances, great advances to me. I don't know about everybody else, but to me. So when people ask me, well, can you do a track or such and such? I say, you have to get permission through him, period, because I'm under, contract with this man. I can't just go do something and then it's out and then he coming to me saying, give me my money back. Even though I don't think he would do me like that. But I'm just, I just can't do him like that. I burnt bridges with him once, and that was just enough for me. He's a good guy.
When can we expect this album? I say we, I'm saying it, me. I mean, for all of us.
You know what? Honestly, this summer I am going to get more involved with it. Right now, I know that, he's flying. I think I saw him on television on the TSA line with his green shirt on and a little straw hat. I said, that looked like Cash. It really did look like him. I said, he travels every weekend. He's always going somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to hear that album. Just imagine what it's going to sound like.
Yeah, so.
And the early words of Chicago, Cobbs. I know y'all may not know about
this.
Explain it, Tyree.
Okay, Cobbs means like when you were little, as a shorty, when you have like potato chips or something that you have that I want, instead of saying, can I have some? We just go, Cobbs.
And you gave it to him. Yeah, Cobbs, yeah.
That's kind of like bullying without having it.
Bullying? That's not bullying at all.
That's not bullying at all. I'm not touching you, but you're going to give me some of those chips.
No, you got potato chips. Hey, Cobbs.
That's it. That's all you have to say. And you better hear.
I didn't hold your back in your shirt.
If he had Dajae's new record, it's not even released, and I just say Cobbs.
I gotta give it to you.
Yes.
No. If you only got one copy, no.
No. Okay, right.
If you only have one copy, no. But if you got 2 or 3, yes.
You gotta cough it up.
Nobody would just like lick it and then.
Hey, I don't care how you do it. Tissue wipes off everything, bro.
5 seconds, we'll hit the ground, hit some dirt. 5 seconds.
Man, hit the ground, the dirt won't hurt.
It won't. That's right.
So you have this record being released, hopefully in the near future. Do you have any performances coming up that you'd like to promote?
I can't think of the name. I know it's in Aurora. Both gigs, I do believe, are in Aurora.
Okay, so you have a couple shows in Aurora. What about you, Tyree?
August 11th and March 28th.
Perfect.
The next one, mine is in Las Vegas. We trying to work out the kinks, and then in the UK. After that, in May, somewhere up in there.
Okay.
And still working on a documentary. So
perfect. All right, we're gonna move into our next segment called Rapid Fire Quick Mix, and I'm gonna look at Tyree and I'm gonna give him a dirty look again. Rapid Fire Quick Mix.
Quick.
5 to 10 second responses. The first thing that comes to your mind. I'm gonna start off with Pete. Coffee or tea?
Tea. Don't drink coffee.
Both.
Coffee.
Yep, I'm gonna go with coffee. Favorite city to perform in besides Chicago, and I'm gonna give it to Tyree.
Gonna be outside the United States.
I
knew it.
I thought it was like Kosovo. Wasn't he in a war again? Like what?
Oh, Bosnia was nice. Bosnia was nice. But you said perform. I'm thinking like standing on stage with Tyree Cooper, the producer type shit. Yeah. I got a funny. London.
Here we go again. There goes the 10 seconds, bro.
No, London. I said London.
Florida.
Why?
Have you ever been to spring break, man?
Oh, okay. God.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
Florida.
Studio or stage?
Ooh. I gotta go studio.
Okay. Tyree?
Both.
No, we're not doing both this week. We're not doing both this week.
Okay. Studio or stage? DN does not apply.
Here we go.
Because I like both of them.
We're going to skip you next time. Dajae. Studio or stage?
Stage, of course. Stage.
Studio.
Me, I'm gonna go with the stage. You know, there's
Yeah.
a big comeback of a lot of these Chicago house festivals in the One Millennium Park. Whoever's organizing that, I would love to be a part of it. You know, just throw me on stage. I can introduce Tyree or somebody. Favorite Chicago venue ever?
Oof.
Oh, I know mine.
Oh, I know mine.
All right, Dajae, I'm gonna go to you while Pete thinks about
Shelter, Shelter.
Yeah, Shelter is
Shelter.
is high on the list.
Okay.
The Riviera.
Ooh, that's another good
man.
one.
I don't think you can beat the Riv. I don't think you can beat the Riv.
Shelter.
Riv. Oh man, the Riv was something special. It was truly something.
Kaboom was all that too.
Kaboom was very.
Another
very
one
nice.
that's
I still got a
Kaboom was
Kaboom
very
shot
nice.
glass in my basement.
I took too many sambucas in Kaboom.
You gonna go with Kaboom too?
No, I don't think you can beat the Riv.
The Riv?
Yeah.
So I didn't go to any of those. Those were before my time. But the best DJ booth I ever mixed at was in the basement of Excalibur called Vision.
Oh,
and
yeah, that
it
is
was
good.
just a slab of wood with the turntables
Built in.
sunk in, and the monitors were just in your face that you can see the music. You can be so loud like you're seeing the music. That was my favorite place to DJ at. Go to food after a show.
Wow. Okay. Actually, Checkers.
Ooh, we don't have a lot of those around.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the clothes now, but I'm just saying Checkers was my spot.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it real ethnic. Mine's gonna be very ethnic. IHOP.
IHOP. Okay. That is it. What was the name of that breakfast place downtown? Right
know
off
what
Oak
you're
Street. You know what I'm
talking
talking about.
I know what you're talking
Yes,
about. That
there-
place.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Right
can't
off
remember-
Rush Street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that.
That was a spot.
Yeah. I can't remember it.
I don't know. I don't remember the name.
I don't know. The go-to food for me is just the morning hangover, next day tacos. It's the tacos at noon when you wake up.
The next day.
Yeah, the next day.
The next day.
Next day.
Yeah, the next day.
How long did your parties last?
Hey man, we're not talking about that. Crowd energy or sound system?
No, Crowd Energy, 100%.
Oh, crowd energy. Huh?
Crowd energy.
Okay. Favorite collab that you've ever done?
Wow, that has to be the Barbara Tucker Ultra Nate Monet track.
Okay.
Yep.
Tyree?
The favorite collab that I've done. So I not done none. I only did them by myself. Fast Day and I tried to, but it didn't work out. It never happened. The track never came out. Cool Rock Steady, JMD. That's the JMD probably be the collab.
Man, but come on, you're throwing out words like nothing, names like nothing. Oh, Cool Rock Steady, Fast Eddie. I don't know.
I can't pick one.
I never done a collab. Irene.
Well, I mean, okay,
you know.
I'll put it like this. Fast Steady, he's a record called Just Buggin' on his first album. It is a true collab of 4 MCs or something like that. So early hip house thing. So yeah.
Okay. Pre-show ritual, Pete. Anything you've done before, like a big set, something that you've done to kind of warm up, get into the groove.
No, I come ready to go.
Oh, pumping Pete, ready to pump. Tyree,
I can't say that on the air.
Oh, okay.
what about you, Dajae? I know as a singer, there's some things that you need to do with your voice. My mom was a singer; she would
I'll
always.
warm up. I can warm up. That's about it.
Okay, me, I would always,
Well, back in the day, I really didn't warm up, but now that I'm older, I have to warm up.
You gotta warm up.
I gotta warm up.
I would show up like an hour and a half before my set just to hear the guy before me.
I see. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I do that. I still do
because
that.
I don't want to go up there and be like, well, he killed it, or he, and then now,
no.
now I got that in my head.
Oh, no.
I
I use that as energy.
Yeah.
If they did bad, I got to take it up a notch. If they did great, I got to take it up a notch. So either way, I'm using that as.
I do that just so I don't. If I'm at a party and I come there an hour like you do, that's not my preparation. But I go there to hear what the DJ is playing, so I don't play the exact same record that may be a hot record like a Dajae record. That may be a hot record, and
You hear it again.
Right,
You
hit it,
just
right,
heard
yeah.
that. I don't want to hear that again.
All right, we're going to slowly wrap it up. Dajae, what do you want your legacy in house music to be?
Keep listening to Dajae. No matter what song, if it's new or old, I thank you for your support. I love Chicago because Chicago has been by me all through thick and thin. Trust me, I love that. stick with me.
Okay.
What do you hope people take from your story? What do you want to be remembered as?
As just an everyday person that loved music and music loved me, and just keep doing what I do. Honestly, that's how I look at it. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be fancy with it or anything or nothing like that, you know.
All right. And we're going to wrap it up with this one last question. We'll go around. Pete, finish this sentence. House music is?
Everything to me.
Oh. Tyree?
House music is my life.
He took my answer.
That's my song. House music is my life. House music is my life. No sampling.
Dajae?
House music is my life and everything. Without it, I wouldn't be who I am.
Yeah, it's the soul of Chicago, right?
That's right.
So
That's a great
that
answer.
too.
Yep.
Yeah. With that, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Hit that button.
We definitely appreciate you joining us.
Chico.
Hit that QR code so that way you
QR
can
code.
sponsor us, so we can get some equipment, so we could teach these young kids about real music,
That's
how to
right.
DJ,
That's
how
right.
to make
History. Yes.
how to make some good tracks. Maybe
Yes.
we can get Dajae off that contract so she could sing for me on my first release. But we appreciate you joining us. Stay tuned for the next guest, as we're gonna bring a big time
Yes.
DJ
Yes.
and producer. We're gonna save to let you know who it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
But we have a big time producer joining us next week. So thank you for joining us. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us at Rootz of Chicago.
Yes.
Thank you.